In a sense, I can't thank her enough because she's gonna save me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Savannah, and in today's video, it is going to be a long-awaited update video catching you guys up on where I've been and talking very transparently about my experience with motherhood and being a new mom. Hey guys, so before we get into the content of this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be combining two different days of filming in this video. Now, in the intro and lots of these clips, you'll see that I'm wearing a blue sweater. I filmed those clips last Friday and it is now Monday. I found that once I got to the motherhood and mental health portion of this video, I started sharing things and it started heightening my anxiety, and I wasn't sure how much I wanted to share and put out there at this time because I'm still working through things. So I took the weekend to kind of reflect and decide exactly how much I feel comfortable sharing right now. So today I'm going to be filming some additional clips to add into this video about those topics. So if I am switching back and forth in between this shirt and another shirt and different lighting, etc., that would be why. I just want to let you guys know that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you so much for watching. I don't even know if I can do this. I haven't filmed in so long. Cut. Okay guys, it's been a while. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I think it's been a little bit over a month since I uploaded my last video. I don't want to waste a lot of time with an apology, but I'm sorry that I haven't been doing the weekly uploads like I always promise you guys. I strive to be transparent in both talking about my business and myself on my channel. I don't want to be somebody that is just only putting out a highlight reel, which is usually what social media and YouTube can often be. So I want to be honest with you guys. So let me just stop blabbing and let's just get into the content of this video. My last video that I kind of left off on was kind of hypocritical because in that video I talked about how you should chase your dreams no matter what. Make time in your day to chase your dreams, an hour in the morning or an hour before bed. Anybody can find that hour, blah, 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 blah. I realized this is kind of hypocritical that I took a break. In my last dreams video, I talked about how it is important to sometimes we need to rest when we're tired, but we shouldn't quit. So just to kind of like springboard off of that point that I have made, to rest when you're tired but never quit, let this video be confirmation to you guys that it's okay. I took a break, I stepped away, but even while I stepped away and took time for myself and didn't push myself too hard because I needed that rest, my channel still continued to grow, which really surprised me. But it is just affirmation. If you're tired, take a break, but just don't quit on your dreams. Enough of all that fluff stuff. You guys probably want to know, where the heck have I been? Now I want to get into the motherhood portion of this video. I probably will be inserting some clips here and there from what I filmed on Friday, but I just want to kind of speak from my heart and speak as transparently as I'm comfortable with. So motherhood for me has been amazing, but it also has had its ups and downs. Any of you that is a mother can probably understand that. Something that I do have problems with, and now I know this from going to therapy and talking to someone, is that I have something called disassociation. So that is essentially when your brain helps you forget things to protect yourself. So if I have a really difficult moment or a really difficult day, and then the next day it's a really good day, I have a hard time remembering that I had a really bad day the day before. So overall, when I look at motherhood, today I'm having a really good day. So overall, I'm like, this is great. Nothing's been bad. What am I talking about? But when I really think about it, there has been some really hard moments. And to be honest with you guys, the reason why I kind of went radio silent on YouTube in March is that I became so overwhelmed with my mental health that I needed to seek out therapy to start working on some intense trauma therapy. But the beginning of March, something started to like happen within me that was different than my normal, like generalized anxiety. So now I am going to counseling. Well, it's actually just over the phone once a week. Really fun, expensive counseling. But honestly, best thing how does the quote go? I'll pop it up somewhere here. The best thing that we can provide our children is our own healing, so that the trauma that we've been through doesn't get passed to our children, and we can parent them in the best way that we can, being the best version of ourselves that we can. So on Friday, when I started kind of talking a little bit why I went on this break, I was starting to go into a lot of detail, and then that started bringing up a lot of panic in me. And I just had to stop filming the video. So I've decided today I'm just gonna film what I feel comfortable with. Honestly, other than the mental health stuff that came up in March, motherhood has been exactly how everybody describes it, honestly. It's been hard in moments, it's been amazing in moments. I think I literally cry once a day, whether it's because I'm overwhelmed or I'm literally just so happy and so proud of the things that she's achieving. Everybody always says that like you don't know the love that you have for your child once they're born and once you form that bond with them. I know some people don't feel the bond with their baby instantly. I definitely did, and it's so true. You really don't know a love for your children until you see them for the first time or until you form that bond with them. Your whole world, especially mine, it just gets turned upside down. Your whole world revolves around this little person, keeping them alive, keeping them happy, making the best choices for them. And also everybody says like, don't lose yourself in motherhood, take time for yourself, etc. I was like, I will never lose myself in motherhood. I'll make sure to always take time for my creativity. I'll stay connected with my business. But that is way easier said than done. I find myself now being like, who am I outside of being a mom? Every 2 hours she naps, every 3 hours she needs to eat. My world literally revolves around her. I haven't been away from her for more than a couple hours at a time. It's also lockdown, and there's so many different layers to being a mom. It's amazing and it's scary and it's crazy all at the same time. So now, unfortunately, I do find myself sometimes being like, who the hell am I outside of being a mom? Because my world revolves around her. Do I love that? Yeah. But do I also want to know who the heck I am? Yeah. I guess being in therapy is also kind of helping me realize that. Like, now that I'm a mom, my dreams have changed. My view for my business has changed. The way that I view how I want my life to play out has changed, and I need to navigate that. That's like a lot to have going on at once. I have to be honest, it's really difficult raising a child when you're also trying to nurture and figure out and heal your inner child. There's a lot of correlations that go on there that sometimes certain moments or certain days it's really difficult. And like I said before, with the disassociation that I struggle with, and I've realized I've struggled with this my whole life, and that is brought on because of trauma. You adopt that as a coping mechanism. It's hard for me to admit that there's hard moments because right now I'm having a really good day. I'm having a really good moment filming. I can hardly remember it being really difficult and overwhelming, but when I really think about it, like I had a really overwhelming moment yesterday and I really had to do techniques to like calm myself down. Now, something that I do want to kind of comment on my mental health is like I've always struggled with kind of generalized anxiety. And after the birth of my daughter, I went through a little bit of the baby blues for about 3 weeks, and that is actually something that is very common. I think they say for like 70 to 80% of women, because your hormones are all over the place. But anything past that, they want you to get checked out for postpartum depression and anxiety and postpartum OCD. There's so many things that can be happening. But once I was over that 3 week period, I really felt like myself until the beginning of March when I, not to get into it because I don't want to trigger myself again, but I was forced to face my trauma and I need to keep facing it. I've gone a couple weeks now without therapy just because of a scheduling issue. I couldn't get in for my weekly session, and I'm really noticing that I need that weekly support. Through doing research and also talking to my therapist, I now know that when you have a baby, if you have unresolved trauma, especially if you have childhood trauma, it can really trigger that in you. So I don't want to say that this is like normal, everybody's going to go through this, but that has been my experience. And the therapy has definitely been helping, but I also see that there's going to be a long way to go. On my Instagram, I asked you guys if you had any questions for me about my experience in motherhood. Lots of them had to do with my maternity leave, if I'm paying for it myself, how long I'm going to be off, how lockdown has been for me, etc. I'm actually going to do a separate video on that. There's lots of reasons why I haven't kind of addressed when I'm going to be going back to work. I have lots of clients contacting me and I just keep telling them that I'm not sure when I'm coming back, etc. But now I realize through self-reflection, me going back to work is going to look probably nothing like how I was working before. And once again, I'll get into that in my maternity leave video. The other thing that I just kind of want to talk about that I've been thinking about a lot lately is like, I understand that social media is a highlight reel. I am definitely guilty of it on my Instagram account and on my YouTube account too. Like, I do strive to be transparent, but I also didn't upload a video when I was kind of in the thick of what I was dealing with my mental health. Now, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm definitely a lot more stable than what I was. But why is it that I felt like I had to hide it until I'm more stable right now to talk about it? Why are our posts on social media only a highlight reel? Is it because we feel too vulnerable? Is it because people are going to judge us? Is it not socially acceptable? As a mom, I feel like we're scared to admit that we're struggling or that something is going on because we're scared people are going to think that we're not properly taking care of our babies or we don't love our babies. And I'm just wondering why is it that social media is a highlight reel? It is very vulnerable and kind of scary for me to be talking about how I've been feeling lately. I'm supposed to be at home with my baby, enjoying every single moment. And yes, I'm enjoying every single moment of her. Sometimes things are stressful if she's teething and I can't get her to stop crying, but personally all this stuff that is going on that I'm struggling with is within myself. But without getting like too emotional, because I know if I get too in depth in this, I will. Without Everly coming, I wouldn't have been able to start trying to face any of this stuff. I'm facing it for both myself and for her, so I can be the best mom I can be for her, so that trauma doesn't get passed down to her, but also so I can be the best version of myself for myself, and I can create that dream life. And like I said in my last video, like, you need to figure out what your dream is and chase it. And you know what? Sometimes your dreams change. And right now, I feel like my dreams are changing and I need to figure out what they are so I can start chasing those new dreams. And I'm this new person. They talk about when you're pregnant and after you have a baby, a woman's brain actually changes. Certain areas grow, and this is amazing because it helps you nurture and take care of your baby. But sometimes it means the other areas of your life have to change too. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to get out of grooming, and again, I'll get more into that kind of stuff in another video, but it's a really interesting time. After your child is born, you're definitely, or in my case anyways, I've been reborn as well, and I need to learn this new me. And essentially, like, I don't, like, in a literal and a not literal way, like, she has saved my life because I am going to eventually move through these mental health issues and this trauma, and I'm going to come out the other side stronger. I'm actually going to rewire my nervous system and not be stuck in a state of fight or flight. And I honestly didn't realize that I even had a problem being stuck in fight or flight and having a very unregulated nervous system until after I had her, and these things really hit me in the face, and my body was not gonna let me not face this. So when we experience trauma, it gets trapped in our body and our nervous system. And then that affects who we become as people if we don't face that trauma. It's just really eye-opening. So like, in a sense, I can't thank her enough because she's gonna save me. So okay guys, so this has been kind of a heavy video. Thank you so much for sticking by me. I want to say, even though I haven't been uploading on YouTube, I have been continuing to be very present on Instagram. You can find my Instagram below in the description box. I upload daily on my stories. I do daily oracle card pulls that lots of you guys have really been enjoying, so thank you for following along with that. So if I'm not uploading on YouTube, because once again, I'm not going to promise a schedule, I just need to do what is right for both taking care of myself and also feeling inspired. I am starting to feel a lot more inspired to film now that I'm feeling a little bit more grounded. I have lots of video ideas, so please do stick around. And once again, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys, see ya! Guys, look how big she is now. Look how big. Say hi, guys. Everly is now 5 months old today, and she's so big. Say, I laugh, I smile, I roll over. I like bath time.